Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DipShips, the legitimate boating podcast. As always, I'm your captain, Calamity Carlin, joining me, as always, my wonderful co-hosts, Rear Admiral PM.
Wait, am I recording? Yeah, howdy.
Fuck Christ. Maritime Eddie.
Hello!
And Nautical Nick.
Okay, so I get it. It's a podcast because we're fishing like we're on a boat.
Oh
Sure.
my god.
What does that have to do with... Oh, cast, right, okay, yes.
What the fuck? I'm the one who just woke up for this podcast.
No, I've been awake for 5 minutes.
This makes it worse.
How much sleep did you get?
3.
3.
It's about what I got also.
Should we just cancel?
No.
We could just cancel.
No, we're all in high spirits and ready to go.
Brandon
great
in high
day.
spirits.
I'm voting for canceling.
Why?
It's not a school day. It's also not a democracy. It's a boat.
Oh, okay.
Why do you want to cancel?
Because sleep. Sleep good.
That's a
Sleep nice.
Sleep is good
to
and nice.
the PM Sleep Podcast.
Awful podcast. Just a lot of snoring and farting. I
Oh,
fart a
people
lot in
watch
my sleep.
streamers sleep for some
I'd
reason.
say
Oh.
some people are into
Yeah,
that.
I can
dude.
never. I can never do a sleep stream because like it'd be snoring and a lot of farting.
Like,
and
again,
depending
some
on which-
people, some people pay you good money for that.
I mean, yeah, but also depending on which like position I'm in, I've already talked about it on this podcast. I do weird shit in my sleep.
That is true. You finger your belly button and stuff.
Look, that's only when I'm on my back, and I only sleep on. I only sleep on my back when I'm sick, as far as I know.
Listen, that's incredibly clippable. Is all I'm saying. You know.
Especially if someone has a well-timed dono that sets off a funny sound.
Wow, すごい.
I'm just gonna have to sleep with like the tightest t-shirt on to make sure I just like I keep away from my belly button.
A PM sleep stream where all the donation sounds will wake him up every time he tries to sleep.
Oh, that would suck.
That's why like
That's
I
funny.
like to listen to whatever while I'm going to bed. That's how I've been my entire life. Like I always had the TV on as a kid, like going
Same.
to bed. So that's carried over to now where I'll throw on like a random content creator and it's got to be specific ones because like back in the day I would have like, for example, like Nintendo Capri Sun, who is usually a chill guy, but then would just randomly scream in one of his fucking videos and wake me the fuck up.
PM, that happened to me with his Mario Galaxy or Luigi Galaxy playthrough.
Yeah, dude. I think what did I have of his that was playing? It must have been like a Zelda game or some shit. Where man is usually chill, and then out of nowhere he'll just scream for no fucking reason.
Or am I thinking of Chugga? It might have been Chugga, actually.
I don't
I don't
know.
remember.
Could it be either? Both?
Remember that time I scared the shit out of Nintendo Capri Sun?
Yes, I
No?
do.
Go on.
We were walking just down the main drag of. I don't know if it was National Harbor or
It
if
was
this
National
was when we
Harbor.
were in. It was National Harbor, not California.
It was
not
National
San Jose. We were just walking down the main strip there. And they're like, that looks like Nintendo Capri Sun. And I'm like, oh, there's one way to find out. So I just scream, "Hey Nintendo!" And then I turn around like I didn't do anything. And he's just like, hello?
He's looking around scared like, what the fuck was that?
I was like, yeah, it's him.
It was a lot better than when you shouted for me to not stalk 2 people from that guy with the glasses, and then every time we saw them, they were scared, and I was like, why did you shout that?
I mean, in hindsight, it's even funnier because they were assholes.
No,
But
they
you
weren't.
seem to have a history of like upsetting content creators from far away.
Yeah, and
Because there's these stories that you've just told, and then there's the infamous Pat stares at story that even Pat knows about now.
All right, but Pat deserved it
Yes.
Damn.
for having
fair
weird
enough.
little baby life.
This little weirdo.
Whatever, he's a Quebecer. I can't disagree.
Damn right you can't.
Oof.
So
It's
how?
just, it's funny to freak him out.
It is true. How's everyone's week?
To agree. Yeah. Weeks.
Week?
I don't think anything happened in my week.
What the fuck?
It's been pretty chill for the most part. I'm still getting fired,
Yeah.
and I don't know when it's happening. All I know is like the deadline that I was told is that all the stores are closing by June of this year.
Christ.
And it's like fucking 13 stores all across Canada. The store that I'm currently at, it seems to be shutting down at a rate that screams to me like this specific store isn't making it to the end of the month.
Ugh.
Oh.
Because there's signs on all of the like restaurant/bars saying, hey, the restaurant/bars are all going to close on or before March 17th. And it's like, all right, that's one thing. But then I look at the back of the stores, each of the floors, and like on the floors proper, and we are looking rather barren at a rate where I'm like, motherfucker, these ain't iPhones. Where did all the stock go? Where's it going? Nothing's
Other
like on
stores.
hyper sale or anything. It's just everything's just disappearing fast.
They're moving into stores they're not closing.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. Good news is that my boss says that no matter when it happens, I'm going to take you and your entire crew, and I'm going to put all of you in the together in another location.
That's good.
I know where the location is. I just have no idea what I'm doing. I assume it's the same shit,
Mm-hmm.
but in a different location. I have no information other than I know the area that it's in.
That's good.
I also have no idea if the pay is the same. That's my like main worry right now. Is like,
I would hope so, but
is it the same hours? Is it the same position? And is it the same cash?
the last one's the most important part, honestly.
No, they're gonna pay you in francs instead of in, dollars.
Instead of
Fuck, that-
loonies.
It
Yeah.
might be francs might be worth more than the Canadian dollar at this point. Fucking, I don't know. Yeah, but other than that, nothing eventful happened at work. No duct tape.
Man.
Tragic.
Oh, I've watched some anime.
Go on.
So I've watched. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. Attack on Titan,
Oh.
the final season,
Uh-huh.
part 3, part 1.
You
I
lost
hate
me.
life. I hate life so much.
I'm
I
so
fucking hate
sorry
this
for your
shit.
loss.
It's good.
Well,
Is that actually what its full title is?
Yeah.
Is that how it lists it on the website?
It depends on where you go. Some places I see it are calling it the final season part 4. Some places I've seen are calling it part 3, part 1.
That's fucking awful.
oh, that's the worst.
So I thought it was going to be like another like weekly thing, but no, it's 2 1-hour episodes.
Milking
Huh.
it as long as they can,
You're
baby.
getting
Yeah.
Steven bombs, I see.
Yeah, so we got the first one already, like last week. And I didn't even like realize it until I'm like halfway through the episode, and I'm like, this is going like long. What's going? Oh, it's an hour long. Oh, I see. Okay, all right. I'm rocking with it then. And then part 2 is set to come out in fall of this year.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah.
Just let it be over.
Just back to waiting again. Hey, I'm hyped. It's looking good. There was it's a spoiler, but it's one of the lightest spoilers in history.
Mm-hmm.
There was I'm trying I'm having difficulty describing it. It's okay. Everybody's trying to get to Eren Yeager.
Mm-hmm.
Because Eren Yeager's off over there doing a thing, and nobody can get to him. Or at least it's very difficult to get to him. At some point, everybody mentally gets like transported somewhere. And everybody's yelling and pleading with Eren, going, Eren, we just want to talk. And Eren's just not saying anything.
He's just like, no, you're going to yell at me and hurt me.
Until finally Eren says, I brought all of you here to have a discussion about how we don't need to have a discussion. And I go, what?
Oh, god damn it.
And then that's it. That's the scene. That's the scene.
That's awesome, dude.
I brought all of you here to talk about, hey, maybe we shouldn't be Nazis.
Now,
No.
I am doing it no justice, and it is shown in a far better way than what I'm describing it. But when I read, I brought you here to have a discussion on how we don't need to have a discussion, I pretty much pissed myself laughing. It was one of the stupidest lines of dialogue I have ever read. Maybe I read it wrong. I was kind of loopy at the time because like so much was happening, but I enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to part 2 of part 3.
Ugh.
Why did you say it like that? Fuck you.
Because that's what
Sounds
people
like a
are
fucking
calling it.
Homestuck act.
It does. That sucks so bad.
Did that make
Part
it
2,
worse for
part
me?
3, act 6.
I think that made it worse for me.
Christ. Fuck Attack on Titan.
But no, it's great. I know people poo-pooed toward the ending and the stance of the author or whatever, but I try my best to separate the author from its works. And considering
really
I don't
hard
even
with
know the
the-
author's name, I am doing a great job at it. So, from what the works have brought to me, hey, I like the works. The works are cool. And I look forward to seeing its conclusion.
I look forward to reading its conclusion on a tweet when someone spoils it for me in 2 years.
And last but not least, I am caught up with the anime of My Hero.
Nice.
It had been a while. You know, I was stuck on like episode 13 or whatever, and I binged everything.
Oh, yeah.
Including the episode that came out yesterday?
Yes.
Nice.
Episode 23, right?
Uncertain. I know the name, I don't know the number.
Deku versus...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yes, I am caught up. Bro, the last like 4 or 5 episodes have been fucking destroying me, man. Like, God
It's a lot.
damn. Like, my room has been rather rainy the last like 5 weeks. It's been really, really bad. It's my favorite anime of all time. I'm sorry, Bleach. You gotta move to the side just a little bit. A new contender has come in.
One more episode before it goes on a break again.
Yep, that's
And it's a good one.
Watch it. I can't say anything else other than watch it. If you're behind on My Hero and you're like stuck on the beginning of this season, watch it. It is good.
It's good.
Good thing. Good.
Very excited for the next season.
Very minor thing. I just want to say, marriage with Mirko is over, and Nanget is now new wife.
Again,
Oh,
just
God.
so fucking good. I
You
love
are-
her.
You are
She's-
partly correct.
She is very good. Look, I'm a bias. I have bias toward purple hair, and she rocks it in a good way.
Oh, no. Lady Nagant, great. Lady Nagant, very great.
Mm-hmm.
Mirako, continue to be good.
I'm not saying she's not good.
She get better.
It's just, Nanget is here, and I'm like, I don't know what a Nanget is. I thought that
It's a
was shit that
sniper
you put
rifle.
in your chocolate bar.
It's that sniper rifle that Solid Snake has that shoots non-lethal rounds.
I'm thinking of nougat.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Okay, so it is not. It is not that. Okay.
It is a different My Hero character is Nougat.
Okay.
Oh, God.
But yeah, it's especially this last episode. Oh boy. Oh man, the way that they twisted it, where, hey, you remember a couple seasons ago where the stuff with Bakugo was happening? Yeah, let's take that but twist it in a way where it works for this character now.
You see, the
Yeah,
thing,
that's the good shit.
the thing
fucking
that I
love
love,
that.
the thing that I love about like the differences between anime and manga is when something takes 8 years to happen in the manga, when it's like, all right, here's the starting point of this event, and then 20 chapters later, all right, the event is resolved. And when you get to the
Yeah.
manga, it's like, yeah, it's like an episode or two.
Yeah.
It's like, thank
I
you,
bet.
thank you, thank you so much. I feel like My Hero is like a very good example of that.
Yeah,
Oh, I
they,
can
they covered
imagine.
a lot of fucking time in this season.
I just also like to throw out. So Jordan, if you're
Uh-oh.
listening, which I highly doubt, I finally, after all these years, I finally forgive you because I finally got to the part where you spoiled. You are now forgiven.
Wow.
Why would that be?
Because-
Oh,
The spoiler was hype.
mhm.
In hindsight, it's just I wish I did know about it, because like as soon like 2 or 3 episodes like before we got there, I had an inkling, I had a feeling in the pit of my stomach, and then it happened. I'm like, there it is. There's the thing that Jordan spoiled for me like 2-3 years ago.
Oh my god.
But you are now, I said at the time, actually no, I believe I didn't say I forgave you at the time. So now after all these years, you're finally forgiven.
Until you inevitably spoil something else, in which case...
Which he's gotten so close to doing so many goddamn times. But he's gotten better about it. And yeah, My Hero good. Please watch.
Yeah,
Didn't
fair
read
enough.
My Hero this week.
I'm
Don't
done.
think a chapter came out this week. Or at least not yet. I didn't see.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I have some things.
I like things.
So
Tell me your things, oh magic man.
our new night boss and Dumpy have been getting along very well.
Ominous.
Oh?
As you can see by the note, the girls are fighting again.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
They not like in a bad way. They playful argue with each other all of the goddamn time. And it's not annoying. I actually think it's very funny. I enjoy it a lot because it's literally just like Dumpy will burp out loud and I'll go, that's disgusting. And like the night boss will out loud just say to him like, you have no fucking manners, huh? You're raised in a bar. He'll go, hey, fuck you. And he'll be like, oh, look at this. And he'll reach into his pocket and pull out his hand with the middle finger up. And Dumpy will be like, oh, check this one out. And he'll like reach behind him and like, that's basically what I did, but worse. He's, oh, go fuck yourself. And then they laugh. And I'm like, I'm fine with this dynamic, actually.
Yeah.
This is, to explain it in the best way that I possibly could to a very niche amount of people, this is like when they gave the best character in Saber to the worst character in Kamen Rider Saber.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, Chief.
Many will understand that immediately.
Does
Fuck
this mean
you.
that on your breaks and stuff, Dumpy will go to him instead?
What?
Like when you guys go on break, Dumpy will go to the boss instead of hanging with you?
I'm
This could be
feeling
beneficial for you in the long run. You should,
it's very
really
beneficial for
encourage
me.
this.
They foster their friendship.
It's very beneficial for me, especially because Dumpy's decided that he wants to just like come down and use the floor cleaning machine in my hallway when he does his hallway, and I'm like, this works perfectly for me. This is advantageous in every way it could be. Let's see. At some point, the night boss came down. He was like, I need you to come with me to your section. And I was like, what happened?
Oh,
What are you
no.
going to point at and go, you didn't clean this? And we walked into the home ec room through a crowd of students because they've been doing play practice. So they've been everywhere. And he points to 2 of the tables and he goes, these are broken. And I went, they don't look broken to me. They look like tables. And then I think I have pictures of them. He said, it's nothing that you did. It is just these tables are fucking doo-doo garbage. Let me get the pictures if I can find them. There we go. He points to these 2 tables, and what I see there are these little cracks in the tables.
Okay.
Huh.
And
I
I'm
mean,
like,
those look more to me like designs.
oh, it's not. Those are splits in the wood.
Uh-oh.
But they're not like major. Like you
Yeah,
can see
I
that
was
second
gonna
one is like
say,
the
like-
worst it looks.
Yeah, the second one is far worse than the first one. Because I definitely remember being in school with tables with these exact same cracks.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, these are broken. They ordered new tables. And there's just like 2 new tables off to the side already put together. And I was like, that's cool. So what are we doing? Are we throwing these perfectly fine tables out? Fuck no, we're putting them upstairs in storage. You could use them somewhere else. I was like, so why did we get new? If we're just gonna reuse them, why did we get new ones?
Because in case if one actually breaks,
I guess he's just like, I couldn't tell you. And I'm like, man, this district really likes wasting as much money as possible.
Oh yeah.
So he's like, yeah, just like call me on the radio, and me and Dumpy will come down later, and we'll swap out the tables and bring them upstairs. So I was like, okay. So it was like around 10:30 or so, and I called him on the radio, and I went, you kind of forgot, didn't you? And he went, yeah, no, I forgot to come down actually. So they both come down. He only brought a screwdriver with him, didn't bring a drill for whatever reason. Dumpy's like, oh, come on, you gonna fucking do it faster, we're gonna be here all day. And he goes, you fucking do it, and they start fighting over the screwdriver.
Oh my god.
So they had to take the hooks off the tables, because they like put little hooks underneath, which probably were the reasons for the crack, since they had to drill them into the table. And while he hands the screwdriver to Dumpy to take the hooks off the second table, and there were these mints off on the side. I guess a student left.
Okay.
And the night boss grabs one, and he looks at me, and he puts his finger to his lips like, shh. And he sneaks behind Dumpy, and he drops it in his ass crack.
Oh no, in the wrapper?
In the wrapper.
Oh no.
And Dumpy goes, oh! And he goes, you back talk me again, it's going up your ass next time. I was like,
hey, it's the first time in Dumpy's life where his ass is minty fresh.
Damn.
Probably true. They hate that. That is why I put the note crack mint as I go back and look at the notes.
You know, I was concerned about that one.
And then, after we moved the tables, we got it all done. Dumpy followed me back down to my section, and I was going to walk into the room that I usually sit in to relax, as my dogs are barking, really hurting me.
Yeah.
And he's just talking about his experience getting a ticket the night before from a cop.
Oh.
As I explained it to Medi, oh, I was driving home last night. I wanted to go get a drink from Wendy's. I was driving over by Wendy's.
Not this again.
I was going to Wendy's, and the cop pulled me over, and the cop pulled me over. He said he took my license, and he took him like an hour. I was there for an hour and a half waiting for him. I could have gotten a drink from Wendy's, and he came back and he asked me where I was going. I told him I was going home, and you stopped me. I wanted to get a drink from Wendy's. And, oh, you thirsty? You want a drink? I went, yeah, I wanted a drink, and now I'm going home. And he went, oh, if you want a drink, go to Wendy's. It's right there. Well, I'm not going to Wendy's. I'm going home because it took you an hour to give me my license. And it took me an hour. And he stopped me over by the Wendy's. I wanted to get a drink from the Wendy's, and I couldn't get it because he stopped me for an hour by the Wendy's. I wanted to go home right after. And he was like, well, why don't you just go to the Wendy's and get a drink? And I went, well, you have a water bottle on you? You could give me a water bottle. I don't got a water bottle. Go to the Wendy's. I'm like, 20 minutes of this loop.
I almost killed myself over 3.
This is like the worst case of Groundhog's Day I've ever experienced.
Oh.
It's 20 minutes of just that. As I'm like increasingly getting more and more visibly agitated. Just like, I want to go rest my feet, please. Stop talking.
I honestly think Dumpy is actually fucking with you at this point.
He might be.
I don't know.
He gotta know.
He gotta know. Oh. So I went down to our office one night, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna go to Taco Bell. I started putting in the order.
And then you got pulled over.
And no, it's by the Wendy's. No. So the night boss walks in, and he's like, what are you doing for dinner? And I was like, I think I'm gonna go to Taco Bell. And he looks up, he goes, real shit? I go, let me get something. And he's like digging through his pockets, like, I don't know how much, like, I don't know what they have on the menu right now. I just hand him my phone. I'm like, I order through the app. And he's like, yo, fuck yes. He puts in his order of 4 burritos.
Oh my god.
They're
Man
all
is
mostly like
hungry.
the dollar menu ones, but they all are like actually $3 each. So it's not really dollar menu.
It is a $1 amount.
And he's like, all right, so I'll we'll go out to my car while you're going, and I'll give you like $10. I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. I'm walking out there to drive. I follow him to his car, He goes, "You got any change?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Shit." "You got Venmo?" Yes. I opened Venmo. I forgot I have a new phone, so I have to log into it, and I don't know my account info. And I go, "Well, we'll figure it out when I get back." And he goes, "Dope." It walks back inside. I drive over, get our shit, come back like 20 minutes later, because the Taco Bell's always fucking bussin'. And we sit down. I gave him his burritos. I look at him and see that he has a sandwich, and he goes, I couldn't wait. I went to a place and got a sandwich.
Oh my god.
I will save the burritos for later.
What the fuck, dude?
He did. He put them all in a bag. He's like, "I'll eat these later tonight when I'm high off my gourd."
Maybe that's why he wanted them in the first place.
Potentially.
Still, what the fuck?
And then he messages me like 2 hours later, like, "You never gave me your Venmo." And I'm like, "Oh shit, right." So I gave it to him, and he sends me the money with the note, "High-class Mexican cuisine." And I'm like, "Yeah, I like you."
Damn, he know.
Yeah, he sounds
Damn,
pretty good.
he's a real one.
Only the best sand in my burritos.
True. That's all I eat.
Straight from the beaches of Normandy.
Straight to the pooper.
Yeah, it is Taco Bell.
Speaking of the pooper,
Oh no.
I took a gamble. I took a risk.
Uh-huh.
As normally when you get any form of shellfish, you usually do. I decided that I wanted to get some baked clams from my nearby place. And the last time that I did, I had been shooting pure doo-doo water for just hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I went, surely, this time it'll be better. And then Shirley went, "Stop fucking talking to me."
I'm really
Don't
hoping...
call me Shirley.
I'm hoping this story has a happy ending where you're just like, and it was! The clams were great.
No.
Oh.
No, Nick. When I bit into that last clam and I took off all the breading and not the clam, and I looked at the clam part and went, "Oh, there is green on there."
Oh.
Oh, there was some sand crunch earlier. That might not have been sand crunch, actually.
Oh.
Why would you ever clam? Ever?
I like clams.
Yeah, but your
Clams are
body
yummy.
clearly doesn't.
My body's fine with clams like 80% of the time. It's just sometimes they don't clean them out good enough, or they use clams that are actually rotten.
I think if I took the breading off of something that I had already eaten half of and saw that it was green, I would simply vomit.
Yeah, I was pretty grossed out, and I was like, oh, that's not going to be good for later. And sure enough, like half an hour later, I was like, it begins. As I sat down on the toilet and then proceeded to constantly head to the bathroom for the next 20 minutes.
God.
However, in order to make myself feel a little better while that was happening, I decided I wanted to take a funny picture. And I ended up taking... It still kills me.
Oh my god, I saw it.
Oh god.
Close up.
You got that fucking... that pose of an anime character about to lose their fucking mind.
It looks like
It's like a naked owl.
Yeah, when you tweeted like, "Oh, I just look like a bird, I get it now." I went back to this and lost my mind.
that. Oh, like I feel like from that picture alone, you should be whispering like, I don't want to say mildly racist things, but you know what I mean.
From
like,
this picture alone, I want to call you Rasputin.
Like from that picture alone, I feel like the Pizza Time music has started. Spider-Man 2 Pizza Time music's playing in the background as like the Mario Brothers spaghetti is just softly coming out of your mouth in a giant tangent.
When I tweeted this out, I added, I look like some old guy named Larry.
Getting way too close to me at the cookout, Larry.
Let me get a bit of those cookies you have there.
You got any game on your phone?
You play the Pokemon Go? Oh, man.
I love this picture. Thank you so much, Carl.
Every time I look at it, it fucking kills me. It's so awful.
Hey, Misha. Hey. Just do whatever, man. Just do whatever, man.
No.
You know what? This one's all for you. You got this. I believe in you.
Oh, God.
I don't think I have much else other than I started playing the Pokemon Infinite Fusions. and I don't
How
want to
is
post
it?
too many of them, but I fucking love this. When you set it to randomize and just go fucking ape shit, it's insane the shit you find and the shit you make. Like, here's some of my favorite little monstrosities. I'm not gonna post too many of them, but look at this little guy.
Oh,
Oh,
I kind of love him.
He's a little Cthulhu.
I'm not a fan of the mouth.
I love the mouth.
You hit that mouth on that one. Wait till you see this
Oh,
one.
no.
Hey, Carl, remember that conversation we had about what was it, Bruxish?
Yeah.
Lips.
Mouth.
Mouth. Hole.
Suction.
Yeah, this thing just makes the pop cat sound when it moves around.
But there are some cool ones also. Like
You playing the
let's
Cthulhu Azumarill is not cool.
see. Here is a Jinx Starmie fusion that I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's rad.
That's pretty good.
Here PM. I don't know how I feel about Probopass,
Yeah, that's fine.
but
What the fuck?
Yeah, okay.
Damn.
Golurk.
That's
and
upsettingly
Probopass.
cool.
hey,
I
What is it
refuse.
fused with?
Golurk.
Golurk, yeah. Remember,
Oh.
Golurk's a rocket.
there's a lot of really cool Golurk fusions.
Carl, have you seen, what is it, Waylord and Aerodactyl?
What?
No, I haven't.
You should look up Waylord
I'm gonna look it
and
up right now. I
Aerodactyl.
still have the page open.
Have you seen Bidoof and Bidoof?
Oh my fucking!
I've seen Milk Tank and Mill Tank.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah, dude.
Huh.
Dude, that's awesome.
Holy
That's
shit.
fucking dope.
That
I
rules.
love that shit.
The coolest one that I have right now that I just fucking am in love with is Deoxys and Lugia.
That's a good
Something
one. I love the
about
color
the
palette.
Aerodactyl Waylord one feels
The full
fetishy,
shot.
and I don't like it.
I
Damn,
get
you're
it,
right.
but
It's
I
like
hate it.
the fucking cool toy fetish.
Yeah, this game's fucking cool. There's a lot of really good shit in here.
There's
Show
also a
Bidoof
lot
and
of
Bidoof.
just monstrosities.
There's so many monstrosities. I want to, as requested by Medi, the combination Bidoof Bidoof.
I love Bidoof Bidoof.
Oh, Carl.
Hmm.
Fucking
He
Ditto
is
and
king.
Waylord.
Ditto. Waylord.
I'm scared.
Which one? There's two.
There's one with a yellow hand.
It's got hands? What?
There he is.
It's fucking Thanos.
Oh my god, it's the Infinity
Oh my
Gauntlet.
god.
It's the Infinity Gauntlet.
God damn it.
I was looking at it like, what the fuck's on its hand? And then he said it's Thanos, and it just clicked. I was like, oh god.
Oh, it's terribly.
Oh, it's
Oh
so
god.
good.
That's incredible.
Yeah, this might be one of the best ROM hacks I've ever played in my life.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Especially because they actually, like, it's not just we slap this thing into this game. It's they've basically reworked the story of Gen 1 from what I've seen so far. Like, you know how when they would stop you from getting to Saffron, they'd be like, hey, you can't go this way because I'm thirsty. I need a little drinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, Team Rocket's just sort of standing there going, don't you fucking come over here unless you give us $100,000. Then you can
Damn.
go.
I don't have
Which is-
$100,000.
Which is fairly cheap by Pokemon standards, considering a bike is $1 million.
That's true.
True. Not quite when you're in the early game,
Yeah, fair enough.
but it's like, that's a lot better than fucking, oh, please, kid, I've been so fucking good. You gotta feed me water.
And let him fucking die?
Oh, Carl, you still have the page open?
Of course I do.
Rattata and Rattata.
Rattata. Oh!
Yeah.
Look at him!
Aw! It's the
Oh, it's a
Royal
Rat
Rat
King.
Authority.
You think that's a fucking Rat King? Wait until you see the Rat Emperor!
Oh my god.
And it's wild. There are certain Pokemon
He's got some
that
fucking teeth on
have
him.
so many custom sprites, like specific Pokemon that got so much love. Like Slugma has so many custom sprites with so many Pokemon. Fucking Beedrill has shit tons. Like Carl, do Beedrill and Suicune.
I'm assuming that someone, like, they pick the Pokemon that they love the most and they make a shit ton of these. and they
It seems
donate
like
them.
it.
Oh.
Like What's the coffin one? Coffagrigus?
What the
Has a
fuck?
shit ton as well.
That one's really cool.
It's a little fucking honey dog.
The one thing that sucks is a lot of the times the really cool custom sprite ones are usually worse in stats than the ones that are just slapped together generic garbage.
Oh,
Yeah.
But it's usually
Carl,
not by a lot.
Do Coffagrigus and what's it called? Gardevoir.
Ooh.
there are a couple ways this can go.
Well, I hope you pictured this way.
I didn't, but I appreciate their
Oh,
smile.
that's actually not the one that I was thinking of. There's one where it's like
That one?
no, it's not
Oh.
that. They must have
Oh.
changed it because there's one of her like laying down, like looking like a like an Egyptian prince, like Cleopatra. So I think they changed it.
Oh, like the lady from Dark Souls 1 with the message, great chest ahead.
Yes, actually, in that pose specifically.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. But how do you feel about Hatsune Miku?
I hate it.
Oh my
hate
god.
Damn, yeah, there they are. Creator of Minecraft.
Is
Let's
that
go.
Deoxys?
Yup.
And okay.
Deoxys and Gardevoir.
Okay. I have to know because of the freaks out there. Fucking what's Gardevoir and Lopunny?
It's not that bad. Even both of them are actually like fine.
Really?
So here's Lopunny Gardevoir,
They look like a
Okay.
magical
Oh,
girl.
That's fine.
and here's Gardevoir Lopunny.
Okay, that's rather tame considering it's Pokemon.
Yeah, all things considered, not
Actually,
that bad.
hold
All
on.
things considered, neither of them got a 6-foot dick, so like,
Hang on. I thought of something cursed.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
Fucking Gardevoir and Miltank.
Oh, have you not seen that one?
No.
What?
Oh.
PM, I regret to inform you that it is one of the worst looking ones in existence.
What the fuck
Oh.
is that?
no.
Almost
Oh,
every
no.
single one that is combined with Miltank is a nightmare.
I saw Milk Tank, and it's just like a line of nipples.
Yeah.
Waylord
Have you seen-
and Miltank.
Have you seen Arceus Miltank?
No.
No.
oh,
Oh, it's milk.
Oh no!
Oh
No.
At least whoever made the Miltank ones was having fun.
I guess. I kind of wish they were having less fun.
Oh, that's so
They had less fun with the Gardevoir one, and then they had a lot of fun with Arceus.
Oh, that made my eyes water.
Oh, there was no custom
That's
one
the
for
milk.
Waylord Miltank, which is upsetting.
Oh, okay. No, you know what? That's fine.
What was terrifying was Shore was like, "Get ready, Carl. I'm making some custom ones," and I went, "No, because you can add in
no.
your own custom sprites."
I hope
It's
one
like-
of them is Waylord Milk Tank.
I was like, no.
Yes! Yes!
Waylord Miltank's gonna be Brog.
I know. They added Clarence into the game.
Yeah, they did.
Who?
That would be Doduo and Weepinbell.
Oh, I understand now. Be strong for mother.
Be
Yes.
strong, Clarence. Be strong for mother.
That's an old one.
Yeah.
The last one that I can think of that's very funny. Here's an image of Slowbro and Victory Bell.
You know what?
It is
no.
just
Fair
Victory Bell
enough.
on the head.
Oh,
Fair
bud.
enough.
What? All head?
You can find all of these at aegide.github.io.
Can I just point out that on that last one you sent, the Slowbro Victory Bell, his face looks like a duck. If you view the lip of the Victory Bell as a beak.
A little bit, I can kind of see it.
Why
I
weren't
do
we
see
looking up
it. Yes.
all the ducklet fusions.
All right, so how do we get Duck into this? How do we get them to update it to add Duck as a sprite?
We just send them a
Uh,
picture of Duck and they'll do it on principle.
Yeah, the duck and the swan, I guess.
I don't know if Swana's in this.
It would have to be. What's the most like generic duck Pokemon? It would be Ducklet, right?
Yeah.
So it would
Or
be.
Farfetch'd, I guess.
I have to look up Ducklet.
Farfetch, I think, has too much personality.
They
Waxley.
also already have Farfetch and Farfetch'd in the game. It is indeed just Surfetch'd.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, ducklet is just straight up a duck with pants. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say like ducklet, and it depends on which version of duck you want to put in. Like spray can duck would be like ducklet and smeargle.
I have very good news.
Uh-huh.
The combination of Psyduck and Psyduck is free.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, we can. Yeah,
Damn,
that
there we
could
go.
be
Yeah,
duck.
let's get them to add duck. Petition to add duck.
If you fuse two Psyducks together,
Add
they
this
just
duck
are no
or you're
longer psychic.
Cowards.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I think that was just about my week.
Fair enough. I saw Medi at Chili's.
Did you?
Yeah, I have questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eddie, how'd you get there?
How'd he see me?
the other day, went out to Chili's for lunch. You know, very nice waitress, takes us to the table, sits us down, we get menus. And, just kind of looking at food, and the waiter walks up, the dude who's actually going to be, like, taking care of us for the meal. And he starts talking, and I look up, and it really takes me a minute to process that this man is not simply Medi. He is... I didn't ask him for his exact height, but he's very tall. He has your, like, almost exact same face shape, long hair, similar sense of humor, and also voice.
Huh.
I was so concerned. I really wanted to, like, I didn't want to just awkwardly ask this man, hey, I know you're my waiter and you're at work, but could I get a picture of you for the podcast? So I didn't. But
you
every
thought
time
about
he was walking up, I was just like, I can't believe Medi's in this fucking Chili's right now. You're supposed to be at Walmart.
Fuck you.
But he was a great guy. He came out, like, our food was late because, I don't know, something was happening in the kitchen, and he came out, and he's, like, trying to apologize to us, and we're just like, it doesn't matter, man. I don't care. It's cool. And he's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go over there and scream. And I was like, yeah, no, that's Medi.
I mean, yeah, me too.
I know you two. It was you. I think one of
Damn.
my favorite bits about it, though, was just going into the notes channel and typing, found Medi at Chili's, and Medi coming in and going, ribs.
Rib. Tasty.
And then, I haven't done much else this week. I woke up today and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing today, except recording, obviously, later. And then my mom walked into the room and she was like, do you want to go bowling? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Another place Medi worked.
I didn't see you there, though. We went bowling,
Darn.
we bowled a couple games, then went out to lunch. It was great.
Good.
I did really bad because I haven't been bowling in like 8 years. It was fun, though. I'll maybe I will go bowling sooner than 8 years from now, and I'll do better. And other than that, I sat down this week and I was like, I'm going to read the sequel to the Alice in Borderlands manga. Because it has 2 sequels.
Was it Alice in Borderlands 2 and Alice in Tiny Tina's Adventure?
No, it's like Alice on Border Road and Alice in Borderlands Retry. And I don't know what I expected. Border Road was like the original was like the survival Squid Games like I had talked about before. Border Road is like just an action manga instead, which was fine. It's insane. All the characters are kind of terrible except like 2. But it's fine because by the end of it most of them are dead except like 2. I just didn't expect them both to be so short because Alice in Borderlands was like 100-something chapters. Alice on Border Road was like 13. And they're long chapters, like each chapter was 60 pages. But it still ended up being a very short read. And then I was like, okay, that was good, but I got through it faster than I expected, so I'm also going to read Retry. That is one chapter, essentially. It's one game that is like a couple 100 pages, but I read through it in like an hour. And then I didn't know what to do because I thought reading 2 sequel manga would take me longer than a day. So I started reading Bleach.
Yeah. Oh.
I was like, okay, this time I'm gonna fucking finish it. Because last time I stopped after the fight with, fuck's his name? The boy with a hole in his throat.
Ulcoria, I think.
Yes. I do remember it starting with a U, and I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. But I stopped after that fight. And I'm almost there already. I basically went through the beginning, which took way longer than I remember. And then Soul Society stuff, and why is Kenpachi just the best?
Exactly.
It's just built different.
Kenpachi's the best.
He's so
the
fucking
strongest,
good.
The coolest motherfucker in that whole show.
Every time this motherfucker was in a panel, I was just like, yeah, the manga is better when you're on screen. It was very fun. I don't know if I'm gonna keep up the same pace I've been doing, because I keep reading, like, every time I sit down, I read like 100 chapters. And I know I'm gonna hit a wall probably in this arc, because the Arankar stuff started happening again. And that's where I quit last time. And it's been,
Chad does cool things.
So far, all that's happened with Chad is he got his arm almost fucking completely decimated.
Yeah, but then he
there was
comes
a scene
back.
very recently that I read, with like Ichigo standing up to one of the Arankar, and he has Chad run away, and Chad was like, "Do you not trust me to watch your back anymore?" And I was like, "This is gonna come back later, and I'm gonna love it," because I do love Chad.
Does it come back?
Well,
No,
I just
not
mean like
really.
him of coming back as a person Ichigo can fight with.
No,
Damn.
not really.
That sucks.
Like, look, I love Chad, but Chad never comes back to the level of like, oh yeah, I can stand with Ichigo. No, fuck no.
Terrible.
Like,
Eventually,
unless-
they just like, fuck this. Fuck
I mean,
this guy.
like, okay, it's a very strange problem, right? Because in Bleach, I know Ichigo eventually becomes fucking insane. He's got all these powers, whatever. Like most of the
First
other
I
cast,
was an angel, then I was a demon, then
Yeah.
I was an angel, then
like,
vampire.
I don't think that anyone in the main cast can hold a candle to Ichigo by the end. If they can, I'm pleasantly surprised, but I seriously doubt it. And at that point, it's like, well, okay, this is the supporting cast, kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? And then you have the opposite problem that I experienced near the end of Dragon Ball Super, where Master Roshi can fight on the level of gods.
Yeah, he's Master fucking Roshi.
Yeah, but what about Tien, though?
What about Tien?
I don't think that Tien should be able to slug fight with the same people that Goku Blue is
you're right.
fighting.
No.
I do remember watching that arc of Super and just being like, why the fuck is Tien here?
Yeah!
Like, the thing with Chad is he's being held back by his own author, where it's like, no, you could push Chad further, but you're being a coward. You're only giving him 2 arms when he's got a full entire body you could take advantage of.
That's true.
Just make him go full half hollow.
It's been a good read. There's some stuff I forgot that has been nice to rediscover. I forgot that Renji like did things in the Soul Society arc.
Yeah.
I honestly thought he just like fought to a draw with Ichigo and then left. I forgot everything else he did.
Everyone always forgets about fucking Renji, because who cares? Why did he get to fuck Rukia? This sucks.
True.
No, but he's like all over the Arankar arc. He does stuff in the Arankar arc.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, it's been nice. What has been disappointing is so when I was going through One Piece, the only way for me to do it obviously was to read the manga, because the anime is fucking 1,000 episodes long.
Yeah.
But anytime something cool happened in the manga, like a cool moment or a cool fight, I would look it up on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been incredibly disappointing doing that with Bleach, because everything I look up sucks.
Wow.
Like, the first moment, like, when he unlocks his Bankai and his first, like, Getsuga Tensho or whatever, they're all just really underwhelming. And I'm like,
Now, you see, I don't agree with that. I thought those were actually pretty hype moments.
I mean, when I went to go see the Getsuga Tensho, I expected anything, I guess, because it was really just like, okay, this half of the screen is now blue, and that is the move. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna go back to reading the manga now. I have heard that, and I mean, I guess this is to be expected considering the time difference, but that the fights in 1,000 Year Blood War are actually good. So when I get to whatever that is, I'll look forward to looking those up on YouTube as well.
That's gonna take you a hot minute, Chief.
Yeah, I don't know where that actually falls in the Bleach timeline, considering I stopped like 20 chapters from now. But we'll see. And other than that's all I've been doing. I've just been reading stuff, wrote a bunch of stuff for a game that's not happening for several years. Now I'm here, hanging out with my buddies, making fun of Pokemon.
Yay! Look at this guy.
I kind of love him.
Last of Us looking ass.
I've been.
Oh,
I
great.
really hope I can post.
Oh.
That's really ominous.
I really hope Discord will let me post this. So I've been kind of like distracted a little bit
Uh-huh.
because of my cat.
Valid.
Oh, it's posting. There we go.
Oh.
I want to see cat. Oh!
So it's just been this. She was playing with her toy outside the room, but there's such a large gap under my door that she somehow tossed it in here.
Just flipped in.
So in my peripheral, I just see a hand coming out of the bottom of the door.
Oh, poor baby.
Poor baby!
Give her mouse.
Yeah.
I did. I gave it back to her.
Good,
And now
good.
hold on.
I fucking love Boo.
This fucking stupid bitch. I gotta zoom in.
Is
Hold
it a
on.
game to knock it back under now?
So hold on. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and repost this. So she knocked it back in,
Oh,
and if you zoom in, you can tell that she's there still.
Yeah.
She's got one paw. It's just at the ready. She's just a little too stubby.
I love her.
She's like, play.
Stop recording. It's time. We must play.
Aw.
Like I play with her for far too long. Like as soon as I get home from work, it's immediately mouse at my feet. Time to play fetch.
It's
And
what
I
she
do that
deserves.
with her for like an hour until she eventually just she'll at the last throw she'll go to the mouse and then just flop. And then she's there for like half an hour. She'll bring it to me one more time and she's like, "No, you keep it this time. I'm not going back for it." I'm like, "Okay. Yes, ma'am."
I love this fucking cat.
Look at the cat. I'm glad that you play so vigorously with your pussy PM. Maddie, how was your
I
week?
try.
Worse
you
now.
know, it's alright, I guess.
Considering your last week, that's a huge improvement.
Considering the
Like
heart
the
attack you
Destiny
gave me when I
expansion.
opened the notes channel for a second and went, what?
Oh, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, the new Destiny expansion sure is 1/3 of a Halo game.
Yeah, that's about what I've heard.
Uh,
Now, a good
Sure
Halo
is.
game or a bad Halo game?
An okay
What'd you
Halo
say?
game with a bad story.
Okay.
yeah, it's like a mid Halo game. I mean, I say that, but like, what's a bad Halo game for?
I
Five?
guess.
4, 5, and well, I've heard okay things about Infinite.
Infinite's alright. I played Infinite. Anyway, yeah, the story's okay. Boy, they really didn't have to make an enemy that's like a one-hit kill on you every 30 feet and spawn 3 in during the final boss,
But
who
Maddie,
also
that-
can
that's
basically
funny.
one-hit kill you
Lovely.
But difficulty, Medi.
in a shooter game. Yeah,
Mhm.
but the difficulty should be for like, you know, the end game activities and not the storyline.
Nope.
You know, I'm not even leveling my gear yet, and I'm gonna sit under this staircase and shoot the final boss in the shoulder for a half hour.
I was going to say, okay, but I do remember missions in Destiny 2 where there were basically situations like that, especially the one where it's just a giant, like, flying tank that has the little exploding guys that chase after you. But I don't remember if that was in the asteroid where they make you do side things or not.
I do not recall.
Listen, all I'm saying is, you know, it's a little rough to have to do this during like the storyline instead of like Nightfalls or the raid or
That's fair.
you know, so don't make me fight 70 things with a fucking boss health bar and then have the actual boss regenerate his health bar.
That's too damn bad!
I don't love that.
I at a certain point I got so frustrated trying to do the fight legit that I went, alright, so I'm just gonna put on a sword and I'm just gonna face roll something, and then when my health gets low I'm gonna pop my super and hope for the best. And that's when I won. I just jammed my face into it until I succeeded, and I kinda hate it. Yeah, one of my coworkers got fucking fired today.
Is it one you liked? I didn't expect this to be such a hard question.
It's the one who would always ask for a ride.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't have to give them rides anymore. I like them enough to give them rides in the first place, though, you know?
Yeah.
Was this the one that got
man,
pulled
that
over?
sucks for him.
Yeah, that's
I
the one that
think
got pulled
so.
over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, it's Walmart, so like bigger and better things, buddy. You got this. Go
Did
ahead.
he get fired for something important or like something stupid?
For being consistently at least an hour late to work,
Mm.
and for taking a 2-hour nap in the break room while you're on the clock.
I
Sounds
would do
about right,
that
yeah.
actually. That I can't fault him for that one. I too would nap at Walmart.
All right, but like not when you're on the company time.
No, I would do a
They
lot of
will
things on
get your
company
ass.
time.
I
Yeah,
would
but don't
also
do it in the
that.
break room. Hide.
That's
Yeah,
true.
okay, that's true. Yeah, you gotta hide.
I used to fucking nap on top of the fridge when I would work at the.
It's alright, they're not listening.
Well, your
you know,
phone
it's
is.
not like I'm ever gonna work at fucking Bolero again.
Damn.
Not like I ever plan to work at Acme fucking Markets again.
Hello, sir? Yeah, that's right. We got the fucking confession. You're going to jail, dipshit.
Let's dip ship actually. Could you
As sorry, branding. You gotta.
can you
it's
put a
very
vote
important.
on my warrant?
What if this whole podcast was just a setup in order to get Medi to admit to something to
The
get them in
world's
trouble?
longest
The
honeypot.
longest grift in the world.
I'd be very concerned because I've definitely said a bunch of shit to you that is probably pretty illegal. Like, not on the podcast, just before this. We live in the same house now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't know you agreed so much with Aaron Yeager's philosophies, but, I don't question
Please
it that
don't
much.
call
I
me
just
a
kind of...
Nazi.
Damn. That's really fucked up actually.
It's actually probably the worst thing I've said about Medi.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Please. No thank you.
And I've said some pretty awful things, like smelly, and feet boy, and feet...
I am not a little pee-pee boy!
Well,
I love that video.
That's something
Oh.
a little pee-pee boy would say, is all I'm saying.
It's true.
yeah. Got us there.
I feel awful.
Did
Why?
you have a little pee-pee boy incident?
No, I've been letting out a lot of sharp fart recently,
Ah,
and
that's
they
funny.
hurt.
I've been dropping a lot of bombastic fart.
Like I think a few of them might have picked up on today's recording. Is all I'm saying. Like there was a moment where I got up to go kick the mouse to boo, and I
Uh-huh.
farted, and I'm like, it's fine. My mic's muted, and I came back to sit down and went, oh, my mic wasn't muted at all. I'm sorry, Misha.
Misha, I hope you included the wonderful fart clip that we got. Oh, that's awesome. Hello, everybody. This is your captain speaking, cutting in again to do the ad break bit, baby. Let's go get right into there. If you want to keep up to date with the podcast, you want to know what's going on in our lives, you want to know what's going on with the podcast, you want to know what's going on with our series and stuff, make sure you follow us on Twitter at DipShipsPod, and each of us individually at The Calamity Carl, at GFPPM, at Metorman, and at Echo Fetish. It's EKKO_fetish. And if you have any questions or any topics you want us to talk about, you can send them to questions@dipships.boats or tweet them at us on Twitter at DipShipsPod. If you would like to support us directly and financially, you can do so by going to patreon.com/dipshipspod or by becoming a member of the YouTube channel. Become a YouTube channel member, and same benefits as Patreon pretty much. But I can't really link to the YouTube posts as much as I can the Patreon posts, because otherwise people will just be able to see the YouTube posts. So, it's for members only on there, Anyway, Patreon. Yeah, it's the same shit across both. $1, you get to listen to the podcast early. $5, you get to watch the podcast early. You get to watch Party Boat early. You get to watch DipShips early. You get to see PM versus Anime, our Patreon exclusive series. The only thing that we can paywall, or have to paywall, kind of, because otherwise we kind of get like a little screwed with copyrights. Actually, I think we should be getting screwed because of copyright stuff. by putting it behind a paywall. I don't know how it works, and I don't want to ask and find out. And the $10 and above, I get to thank you all, and you get to, like, you know, get things we say to you. We got to think of better fucking, like, things for the tiers. But, like, for above $10, it's difficult to think of anything that would be worth it other than just you like us enough to support us that much. So, I mean, you know, we'll think of something eventually. But right now, I'm going to thank our $10 and above patrons, as always, starting with Alatos Diogenes, by Breakdown 707, Dr. Perpaka, the Purple Paka, Fire Trooper 113, Frost Samurai, Generic Jackal says, this sprite has hands, Javier Porksword, Chris Derp, Lordy Fars, Lythander graciously thanks CPU for the luck, Mr. Collector, Mr. I Like Spam, Nap, PM's Tooth is lost and scared, Ryan Superfan, The Plan, Woe Long Edition, The Crossing Fate, Vine Ultimax, Wabafet, KH1 Final Mix, Birth by Sleep Final Mix and Recoded Master, Wimpy the Grizzly Bear, and Zombie Slayer 051, and our $50 patrons, So This Is Why They Call It the Skeleton Dome, and Yellow Yondello. Thank you all so much for the support. It means the world to us. It helps us out a lot, helps us pay our editors, helps us pay our bills, keeps us alive and kicking. But if you cannot afford to financially support us, just remember that podcasts sink or swim based on word of mouth. So share the podcast around with anyone who you think would like it. Boosts us by leaving those funny comments to keep the algorithm going or whatever the fuck. Like the video, all that shit that you hear YouTubers say, it genuinely does actually make like videos get more traction and stuff. Genuinely. Also, if you're listening on a podcast apps and you want to support us, hey, reviews, comments, 5 stars. I'm gonna actually open the iTunes thing. Let me see. Yeah, all of our last reviews on Podbean, not Podbean, on Apple Podcasts is all from 2021. I know so much about boats now. 5 stars, VGM1. S Peddler, boats or whatever. How's PM a real person? There's no way this man's family didn't offend some spirit or something, and he's just been cursed. It's the only explanation for this man. He's a bleach flan, though, so he's cool with me. I said flan instead of fan. You're welcome. Can I check Spotify? Sorry to do this in the middle of this, but I gotta know now. Shit, 133 listeners isn't terrible. Do we have there's an interact tab? That doesn't help at all. I was hoping to look at reviews. No, it doesn't look like it. I mean, it looks like we have 5 stars, and I think we're still the number 1 or number 2 podcast on Spotify, so whatever. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Hey, I want to also thank, speaking of people I would like to thank Vidazen at _VIDAZEN_ for our intro song Starbird and additional music such as Appetite Delight, Ride of the Wave, and Seaside. All songs that we use for things. We also have other music for our series D-Ships, Fire Within, and Time to Duel. I almost forgot what it was called. It's the simplest name. And you can find those on Spotify. Vidazen has released the full tracks for most of them. I think he forgot about Ride of the Wave and Appetite Delight. Oh, no, I think it was Ride of the Wave and Seaside he forgot about, I believe. No, what the fuck did he forget? He forgot 2 of them, and I was like, oh. Yeah, we have the full versions of Time to Duel, Fire Within, Starbird, Seaside, and that's it. He forgot about Ride of the Wave and Appetite Delight, which is a shame because I love Ride of the Wave the most. But you can listen to those on Spotify. Thank you, Vidazen, for everything. Oh god, did I close the fucking notepad? Oh, I'm so stupid. I would also like to thank Shibuya Gato and Shora Art. That's Shora, SHORAH_art. You should know how to spell Shibuya Gato. SHIBUYAGATO. I apparently don't know how to spell it. I almost fucking said Shibuya Gato. What the fuck? For the art assets, Shibuya did the logo, Shora did the art, the thumbnails and everything. Thank you both so much. I'd also like to thank our editors, Misha at The Misher, TheMischer, and Amazing GGG Guy. It's that simple. Amazing GGG Guy. For editing our stuff, Misha's been doing the podcast. G's been doing PM versus Anime. Thank you both so much. I love you both. You do great work. Forget that we're also available on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and of course the video version on YouTube. I don't know where you're listening, but I know where you're watching. So check us out. Don't forget to get some merch. We got a bucket hat, and we got, I don't think the shirt is available. I think they fucked over what type of shirts that we had available on there. So I got to put up the shirts again, or just switch to a new fucking merch store. But for now, We're using streamlabs.com/thecalamitycarl/merch. I believe that's the link. Go get yourself some merchandise from there if you want it. Eventually we're going to upload to the TikTok again. I'm going to upload YouTube shorts. And it depends on when Nick can get his computer running again, because the second he started editing things to put up for those is exactly the moment when his computer decided to stop functioning as something he could use to edit, which is awesome. Just sounds about right, honestly. It's really cool. Don't forget to check out the Millennium Microphone Master Saga or M3S, the greatest mess on YouTube, and DipShips, or the DipShips Humble Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series, if you like Yu-Gi-Oh! Content and you like us. And that's pretty much everything. I don't think we have much else to talk about here. So I just want to thank you all for listening to this whole fucking mess that just happened here. And hey, thank you for listening to this episode, and I hope you continue to enjoy the rest of this episode.
Hello. If you're listening to this podcast, then you're either a big fan of boats or a big fan of listening to friends goof off for a few hours. Well then, I have excellent news for you. Yu-Gi-Oh! The show has plenty of boats. And the Millennium Microphone is a podcast where four friends rewatch the show with boats and also goof off for a few hours every other week. It features that BioRoxas guy that you've been listening to here, along with BioRoxas, and me, BioRoxas. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean. We also have a Patreon to see how many seasons people will force us to watch, so go check that out too at patreon.com/millenniummike. If you don't know how to spell millennium, that's 2 L's, 2 N's, and then an MIC at the end. Or you could just Google us. I guess that works too. BioRoxas.
You guys want any hey, you guys want some questions?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Lay
Right,
it on
we were
me.
doing that.
If you have a question you want to ask us, you can tweet them to us at DipShipsPod on Twitter, or send them in to questions@dipships.boats. This first one is from the email.
Oh.
Yellow Yondello asks us, would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
Whisper. I would rather get in close to people than fucking like strangers out on the street fucking look at me thinking like I'm one of these fucking Toronto crackheads.
PM, they will literally, the image that I posted of myself, that's how you will look to everyone.
I would much rather just scream
I
at
would
everyone.
rather that. I would rather that.
Yeah, how's it going? I just wanted to ask you if you had some change for me to use the trolley today.
Plus, imagine
Thanks,
if you
I
ever
hate
got really mad at someone and you tried to yell at them and you were just like, fuck you.
I'm really, really angry at you right now, and I can't express how much I want to rip your fucking throat.
Silent anger is much scarier than loud anger.
Yeah, actually.
But silent anger is different from, like, whispering a threat.
I mean, I already pretty much only shout. My voice is very loud, so.
Same, exactly. That's why I'm like, it doesn't matter. I won't change that much.
Does it have to be in my own voice, or can it be Gilbert Gottfried?
Jaffa!
You know, this would change a lot of things.
Right?
Wouldn't change my
Right.
answer. I would still yell, but
I
changes the
imagine
mental
it's just
picture.
your own voice, considering they just, said only able to whisper or shout.
Yeah.
Nothing but the voice.
Yeah, exactly. So I picked the voice of Gilbert Gottfried to shout in.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Sure. Alatos asks if you could play any tabletop RPG and instantly know how to. Oh, we did that one.
Yes.
You did that one last week. Altos, I think, has another one here. Yes. The DipShips group is isekai'd into a game that you all collectively agree on. What
Oh,
are your
shit.
chances of survival in this new world? What game?
Well, it's a game we have to agree on, so...
Monster Hunter.
We're all dead if it's Mon Hunt.
Yeah, we're dead if that's the case. So I'm gonna go
Alright,
ahead
alright.
and not pick Monster Hunter.
Alright, hear me
Cowards.
out. Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Yakuza.
I was gonna say, if you say something like calm and peaceful like Stardew Valley, I'll kill you.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that we would be able to survive if we got isekai'd into Japan.
I don't
I
know,
didn't even
man.
think we would be isekai'd into Japan. I think we would just be in the world of Yakuza, but
Yeah,
still
in the
here.
world of Yakuza, where, you get a chicken to run your business and you can beat a dude with a bicycle and he doesn't die.
Yeah.
Now
Japan.
let's assume that if we get isekai to Japan, this Yakuza Japan, we all understand and speak perfect Japanese, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So
That's
are
part
we
of the
agreeing
isekai
with
experience.
is Yakuza the go?
I mean, I think it'd be the easiest. As
I'm
long
just
as we
saying, I
don't.
think we could survive pretty easily in that.
Yeah, fuck it.
With the assumption
Pretty
that
fun,
we
too.
get
You know,
Japanese
we just beat
Yes.
the shit out of everyone.
I have to disagree.
with
Okay, why?
with the game or with our survival?
I have to disagree with the game because I will be shot dead instantly. I will fucking try and Kamen Rider kick so much.
My
No,
god!
you fool. You only get shot in cutscenes.
Oh, you're right.
Guns don't exist, or guns do exist outside of cutscenes, but they don't kill outside of cutscenes.
You're so right, actually. All right, we're back on board.
Okay,
And even then, it's like a coin flip whether you actually die in the gun cutscene.
it's true.
I was gonna say Kingdom Hearts.
Oh hell no! Get turned into a fucking heartless so
I
goddamn
knew
fast.
you were gonna say Kingdom Hearts. The thing is, I'm not sure that we're all strong enough to have nobodies.
Correct.
Yeah, no.
That's fair, yeah.
Dude, my nobody would literally just be fucking oh god, what's it called? Hard armor?
Ew.
What? Oh wait, I know what you're talking about. Actually,
Or royal armor? The fucking the first boss in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh, Twilight Thorn.
No, not Kingdom Hearts 1.
the one you
stupid.
fight in the fountain
Oh.
in Twilight Town.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm all fucking broken apart.
It's true. Guard armor, that's its name.
Guard armor, that's it.
Awful creature.
True. Love when he uses
I would
his feet
also
for
love
hands
to.
and smacks
I
the
would
shit out of you.
love, as much as it wouldn't happen, I would love to push for Animal Crossing because I'd love to push PM into a pitfall.
You could do that in Yakuza.
All right, hell yeah.
Fuck no, I ain't being in a life debt to a fucking raccoon. Hell no.
I didn't even think
Hell
about that far.
fucking no.
You got my money, go away, raccoon. I'm a Tanuki, actually, don't care.
Same
Means
shit,
I got
bigger
big
balls.
ball.
While you were
I
here
got the
paying your
shotgun.
bill, I made an expansion on your house. You owe me $3,000.
Nope, I'd rather die. Yeah, I'm sticking to Yakuza.
Stark Maximum asks, does Medi have any cool or fun bartender stories? We'll extend that to PM also, since PM was also a bartender.
Did I
Putting
ever
us on
talk
the
about?
spot. Jesus Christ.
Right?
Did I ever talk about the dude who was incessant in sneaking in his ferret into the bar?
What?
No.
You have, but not on this podcast.
I love it.
Yeah. So we had. Was he a regular? No, I think he had just moved in. He was foreign. He had like a British accent, and he had this ferret. And we're like, dude, no animals allowed in the bar unless it's like a service animal. And I think he tried to go for the excuse of like, no, this is my emotional support pet or whatever. And it's like, no, get the fuck out. And so he leaves. And about like 20 minutes later, he comes back with no apparent ferret on him. And then I'm at the bar doing my thing, and I look over, and he's stuffing peanuts into his sleeves to feed his fucking ferret. I'm like, you know what? It's cute. I'm gonna leave you alone. But if my boss sees you, you're out of here.
That's very funny. Maddie, you have one?
I'm trying to think of one, but all of my stories are like, oh yeah, that time one of my waitresses got her phone stolen. We had to fucking beat a dude. Oh yeah, that time we had to kick a bunch of people out for being fucking ass. You know, like, that's the only thing that's coming to my mind is like negative, not fun stuff.
That's fair.
Oh, what the hell?
It's because I'm on the spot. If I wanted to talk about being a bartender, I would have. You know? Like, if it came up naturally, I'd have something, but it didn't. I was told to think of something, and now I can't, and I'm panicking.
I already told the story about being locked in the fucking in a bathroom with a box of spiders, and then I set fire to the box of spiders and nearly burnt the building to the ground.
I mean, that's valid.
There was one time during a Halloween where, the bar was owned by a family. It was my boss and his kids would run the bar also, and these kids, he had twin sons, and these twins were jackasses. They would love to play pranks on me. So what they did was, I don't even know how they fucking did it, but so I would be the first one at the bar because I would be there to set shit up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So they rigged this whole fucking pulley system where as soon as I opened the front door, a fucking skeleton would drop from the ceiling right in front of me.
Huh.
That's
And so
pretty
that
good.
happened. I opened the door. This fucking... I didn't even properly see it because it was so goddamn dark. But this thing just falls in front of me. I'm scared shitless. I just fucking leave the bar. And I'm like, boss, I'm not going in there because there's something fucking in there. And he doesn't show up until like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just sitting outside of the bar for like 2 hours going,
Nope.
fuck you and your goddamn kids. I ain't going in there. So yeah, we were behind schedule that day.
What? No.
The only other thing that I can think of is like, so our bar was also like it was like a comedy / like live performance type bar also.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we had a stand-up show booked, and the headliner one day just like no-showed, like whatsoever. And they were expecting a comedy show, so we had the opener do like fucking 5 minutes, and it's like, all right, somebody needs to go up there. And it's like, well, everybody in the bar knows me. I guess I didn't nominate myself, by the way. Like all the employees nominated me. It's like, all right, go up there and do your killer 10. Like, killer 10? I don't have a killer 2. So I go
Walk
up there.
up there and fart.
So I go up there and eat shit for like fucking 7-8 minutes.
Damn.
And like, I'm cringing. Like, I want to die inside because no one is laughing. Every once in a while, I would get like a single ha from the bar from one of my fucking coworkers. And that's somehow worse than utter silence. I would have preferred the utter silence in comparison. And then there was a bit that I saved for the end. And I'm trying to remember what the bit was. But I told this final bit, and for some reason, this final bit crushed. Everybody laughed. Like, all right, thank you. I'll take that one laugh and I'm out of here. And it was one of the worst shows we ever put on.
Damn.
I think it was I talked about the time where in grade school I fell from a chair onto my teacher's chair trying to pull like Halloween decorations off the ceiling and completely shattered the chair, and nobody asked if I was okay. Everybody just immediately started laughing. Like even the teacher started laughing.
Oh, incredible.
So yeah, those are some of my bar stories. Hope that was sufficient.
That was good.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you for making up for my complete lack of able to think.
No problem.
Chills asks, is there a sport you like that you wish you were good at?
Most of them.
Well, Nick, you like soccer and you're dog shit at that, so...
It's true. I also like volleyball and I'm dog shit at that. I like enjoyed basketball and I'm dog shit at that because I'm very small.
I like tennis, but I'm fat.
I also like tennis, but I just lack the hand-eye coordination.
Tennis is good.
Every sport that I ever touched, I was like immediately good at, except volleyball for some fucking reason.
That's why you hate Haikyuu.
Yeah, so we've been through this.
I think this is literally the reason he hates IQ. I'm pretty sure I
Yes.
remember that.
I applied for the like junior high volleyball team. Out of every single fucking team that I applied and got in like immediately, volleyball was the one team that I didn't get into.
You know what, PM? I think you can still do it. I think it's time for redemption. You walk into that junior high and you apply to that volleyball team.
Bro, I think now I would perform worse against a bunch of junior high fucking students with the way my back and my knees are now.
I pictured you like
at fucking my mid-30s. No, they would crush
I pictured you
me.
going to do a serve and then just like falling over because your back's in pain, and all the kids just gather around you, throw balls at you, and laugh at you. They're like, no.
I'm gonna say cornhole.
Oh, terrible.
Let's go, DipShips Cornhole League, baby.
Oh, God. I
know
know,
what?
right?
Surfing or skating?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm too big to like properly surf. You know, I'm too fucking gigantic, and yeah, it's the same problem with most skateboards. Mine started to bend already, and it's only like 2 years old.
It's the same problem that everyone has with skateboards. When you get a call from a girl and she tells you you're not getting any head, so you snap your skateboard in half.
Classic conundrum.
Also, one time I tried to use inline skates and I fell flat on my fucking face.
That's funny. Wapkey asks, what's your favorite story/moment from when you played a tabletop RPG?
You can't do this to me. I've been playing tabletop RPGs for like 15 years.
Right?
The one time during the campaign that KZ did like fucking years ago, where it was the finale of the campaign and I was so bored and I really hated the villain that we were up against, so I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to throw something at the villain after our final encounter. And he's like, no, your pockets are empty. I'm like, fuck it. I'll cut my foot off and throw it at him. And I think it was Sky. It's like, all right. Let him do it. But he's got to roll like a check to make sure that he lives. And Casey was so excited at the fact that I could just die right then and there. So I roll just enough to live, but bad enough that my throw just completely missed.
Fantastic.
That's awesome. I have 2 moments from the only 2 campaigns. Oh, no, I've played like 3 or 4 campaigns at this point.
Campaigns.
The first one I can think of is when I was in a campaign with Sky, I think that he was hosting. And I decided, we were like in a cave or somewhere, and I was like, I'm going to make a religion roll. Fuck it, I'm going to pray to something. And I got a natural 1. And he went, well, there are 2 mind flayers here now because you pissed off the god of the mind flayers.
Wow.
And almost wiped the whole team. And I was like, well, all right.
Oh, from the same campaign that KZ did, we fought like 2 dragon bosses. And at the end of the fight, we were somehow in a situation where it's like, all right, make a roll, and you can see if you can talk to one of these dragons. And I rolled like a nat 20 or something, and I somehow tamed the dragon, and it came to our side.
Fair enough.
Which I never saw that dragon for the entirety of that campaign, but the next campaign we did, I was able to play as that dragon.
That's sick.
As Jerry Beansman. That was the avatar.
Oh my god.
You know what, Nick? May I nominate a moment for you?
Oh, hold on. I still have one more.
Oh,
I want to get through. It was a campaign I played with my friend Matt, where he was the DM. He had this little character who was like this little goblin pimp on a pirate ship, and he ended up falling overboard. And I was like, no, we gotta save him. And I jumped in. I was like, he's my lover. I'm in love with him. And I failed every single swim roll. He's like, he's going to drown if you guys don't go in to save him. And every single person failed the fucking swim roll. And he was like, I have to lower this or you're all going to die here trying to save this fucking one character.
Swimming is hard.
this is the most difficult thing in the game, honestly.
Better continue.
What was your nomination?
May I nominate, for your consideration, horse jobs?
Horse jobs is a pretty good one. We were in a campaign by a friend of mine. There was a player in the game that I did not super enjoy, and they were playing like a humanoid, like not quite centaur, like a bipedal centaur. They were playing a minotaur character, I guess.
That's what that is.
Yeah, I forgot what a minotaur was for a second. But we had been told to create, like, kind of a mix of characters on purpose. Like, some of us were evil, some of us were neutral, and one person who was the Minotaur decided they would be good. So I relentlessly bullied the fuck out of them in this game because I was evil and they were a pushover. So anytime they would do anything, I would take it for granted. And anytime I did anything for them, I would say that they owed me a horse job. Now, a horse job could be anything. It could be like, I need you to kill that man for me. It could be, I need you to, like, go shopping for us. It didn't matter. All that mattered was that she really hated that I called it horse jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone else loved it. So everyone else was super on board with horse jobs. And it continues even after that character and player have left our group for other reasons. It wasn't even the horse jobs that set them over the edge. I was going to nominate for myself, Lob saying I killed a man.
Damn, that's a good one.
Because I played a character whose strength was so low that if they swung with a weapon, they would do negative damage.
That's awesome.
And so I played through the first, 5 levels, unable to do any damage to anything in this campaign.
Literally, when you rolled max damage, you did 1 damage.
Yeah, if I rolled highest as I could, I would do 1 point of damage. And then I got a skill that let me finally do damage. And I got my first kill in combat, and I whipped around to the other party member. I'm like this 4-foot tall, fucking cheating asshole, gambler girl. And I'm like, Lopsay, I killed a man! And this 8-foot tall orc just gives me a big old thumbs up. I was so proud about my first murder.
I'm proud for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. The unfortunate thing about playing for so long is there's a lot of really good moments that just require a lot of context, but in the moment they feel great. Tabletop games are incredible.
Medi, did you have one of your own?
Shit. Too many.
The exact same problem.
Hey, Nick, nominate one for me, please.
Let's see. What's a good one in recent memory? Honestly, it's a simple one, but what about what you did to fucking Bill?
Oh.
Because I feel like I'm going to be thinking about poor Bill for quite a few months still.
All right. So our characters are... We're trying to,
We needed an inn with the Thieves
do the
Guild.
black market or something?
No, it was just the Thieves
we
Guild.
needed the Thieves Guild for one reason or another. Lord, I can't even remember why.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So we walk into their base, and the boss there, whose name I forget, but don't gender them or they'll kill you.
Their name was Grinning Lex.
Grinning Lex. Don't call Grinning Lex a man or a woman, or they will end your life.
They will eat you.
Very sharp teeth. And Grinning Lex was like, all right, I'll help you out if you can beat my best fighter, right? So, everyone in this game's a fucking wizard except the gunslinger. And I was like, yeah, all right. I have claws. I can do this. I'm gonna be the one who fight Bill. So it's like this fucking ice giant motherfucker, literally large size class, comes out there with a great axe, no shirt, screaming, doing the war cries, and I'm like, I turn into a dragon and I put him through a wall.
We went through all the rigmarole, we rolled for initiative,
Yeah.
we got everything set up.
Rolled for initiative.
You hit
And
him
then
once.
my first action, I cast the spell to turn into a full-size dragon. My second action is to crit Bill twice in the face.
Then Bill
Just
went
delete
down.
him. No health left.
Bill was built up to be this just huge, awesome fighter dude, and we were like, oh no, I don't know if Medi can do it solo. And then just completely
everyone's
decimated.
Everyone's
This
like,
poor man.
oh, alright, how about we give you a bunch of buffs and stuff? And I'm like, no, I got this.
That's awesome.
It turns out they were right. They really did got this. Bill
Put
didn't
him
stand a
through
fucking chance.
wall.
Medi, do you remember when your grandpa gave my character alcohol?
What?
Right?
It was like a one-time campaign we did, and it was like a My Hero campaign.
Yes.
Where your shield hero character, we went to visit your grandpa or something, and I was like, can I take this bottle of alcohol? And he was like, how old are you? Old enough. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Ah, jeez, that's from the fucking podcast that got deleted.
That is a shame.
Ah.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Allie asks, how y'all doing on this fine daylight savings? Y'all fucked up like the rest of us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I blinked and it was 3 a.m. and I was still streaming and I went, oh.
Yeah, fucking. So I was at work when it happened.
Oh, tragic. Well,
And,
actually,
no, it ended up. It was both good and bad. It was bad in the sense that I was sitting in my fucking my slop room, just shooting the shit, and it's like, oh, it's 2:00. I'm ahead of schedule. I don't need to worry about it.
Literally or
And
figuratively?
then I looked
Yes.
at my phone, and then all of a sudden it was 3:06. I'm like, fuck. But then it was also good because instead of 8 hours, I was only there for 7.
exactly.
That's good.
Yay.
I think all of our microwave and our stove are still set to the before time. So now it's like, man, I gotta fucking change that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
completely forgot about something about my week.
Oh no.
Oh,
My landlord showed up
oh,
Good.
because so he initially showed up on the 1st
mm-hmm.
and tried knocking on my door, and I was awake, Or no, it had woken me up, but I'm like, fuck you, bitch. My stove is broken, or my oven is broken, and my rent is due on the 8th. You can come back on the 8th and fucking pick it up. So I went back to sleep. So it calls me on the 8th saying, hey, coming to pick up the rent. Like, cool. Shows up. I tell him about the oven. It's like, all right, fine. I'll get somebody to come and look at it. If they can fix it, fine. If not, then I'll just buy you a new oven. I'm like, nice, sweet. Dude shows up like fucking Friday, I think. Looks at the oven, and he asks me, can you call the owner of the building? Because I can't actually get to work unless I get his authority. I'm like, all right, fine. Call him, put him on the phone with the repairman. He tells him all of this fucking rigmarole. So it's like $100 just to get the guy to show up. And then once he actually starts doing labor, it's like an extra like 400, and the parts that he needs is another like 300 and whatever.
Goddamn.
He puts me on the phone back with the landlord, and he's like, tell the guy to go home. I'm just going to buy you a new oven. Like,
yeah, yes! I was going to say, I don't think the cost is worth not just getting a new oven.
So, yeah, sent the guy home. Still don't have an oven currently. The stovetop works sometimes when it feels like it.
Awesome.
But at some point in the near future, I'm getting a new oven.
That's good.
Hell yeah.
So one of the major complaint I had of this apartment. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There was one more complaint I had about the apartment.
Was it the fucking back door with all the holes in it?
That he said he's going to replace.
Okay.
The draft, he says the next time he has somebody to look at to go up on the roof to do shit, he's going to get somebody to fucking fix it.
That's good.
That's and one more complaint. So about the heating.
Yeah.
And about how cold this apartment gets. So it turns out that there are controls to the heating of this building. There are two control panels. One's in the basement, which nobody in the building has access to.
Mm-hmm.
And second, it belongs to a unit on the second floor. So he's like, whenever you feel cold, just go to your neighbor and be like, hey, I'm cold. Could you turn the heating up? I'm like, fuck you. I'd rather die.
That's
rather
terrible.
die. I would rather die of hypothermia than go to my neighbor and be like, hey, I'm cold. Could you please turn up the heat?
That's as insane as our landlady for years not having a fucking thermostat up here to control the heat.
God.
We'd have to call her and go, can you turn the heat up? And she'd go, no, because I'm warm down here. And it's like, well, we're not up here.
Exactly. So that's why I'm just never going to do that. It's like, okay, I guess I'll just buy a heater then. Because the ones in the apartment don't heat shit unless the lady downstairs is like, man, I'm cold. I'm going to turn this shit up.
That's insane.
That's psychotic completely. The issue with houses that are turned into apartments instead of just having actual apartments with their own controls and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys want a fact about a boat?
Yeah.
Light on me.
I have an article here from newsartnet.com.cdn. A bunch of other shit. That's a weird ass link. Archaeologists believe a piece of flotsam that washed up on a New York beach could be part of an 1821 shipwreck.
Oh.
Apparently, October of 2022, a chunk of what appears to be a piece of the SS Savannah washed up on the shore of New York. It was one of the first hybrid steam and sailing vessels to cross the Atlantic Ocean that ran aground in 1821. It has emerged as the likeliest contender as it remains one of Fire Island's best-known shipwrecks. Oh,
okay.
It would be Fire Island, wouldn't it? There's a lot of fucking crazy shit that happens on Fire Island.
That's very true.
Here is a picture of just a bunch of chunks of fucking wood, actually.
That's all that's left.
Probably. I mean, do you know how fast wood actually biodegrades in the water when it's not like...
That's fair.
The Arctic ice-cold waters where shit that eats apart wood doesn't survive?
It just kind of gave me the vibe of, like, the boat was alive and you fought it as a monster, and when it died, this is what dropped.
Fair enough.
Hell yeah. So with this, I've learned something really cool about my phone.
Yeah.
Which my old phone had also, but if I swipe far left enough, it'll bring me to a Google screen that just has a bunch of news stories on it, and it's been linking me to a lot of things about boats.
Awesome.
So I'm like, yo, here we go. So I just
Useful.
open the articles and I bookmark them.
You've trained the algorithm.
You've done it.
Congratulations.
Good job.
I just found one with an article that's about why the port side is called the port side.
I know why it's called the port
That'll
side.
be for next week. I'll slap the shit out of you if you fucking ruin it, Nick.
Okay.
I also know why it's called the port side.
Well, yeah, it's because it's the side you dock on when you go into port.
Well, now you ruined it.
Not like you got 2 free boat facts. There you go. Starboard is because it's the board where you look at the stars.
Is it
Damn.
actually?
Damn.
They call it the bow of the ship because they used to put big bows on top of it.
Sort of straight up lying now, huh?
Call it the stern of the ship because that's where they put the angry people.
Because that's where Howard Stern usually hangs out.
Is he even alive?
Trickster God Howard Stern, who's been alive for
God,
millennia.
Howard Stern.
Fucking. Ooh. Good night, everybody.
Thank you all for listening to this exciting episode of DipShips, the legitimate boating podcasts. Don't know why it became plural
Yeah,
there.
we got 2 of them now.
Just two DipShips. Wow. Scary.
Yeah.
If you would like to support us, remember, if you want to do so financially and directly, you can do so by going to patreon.com/dipshipspod or becoming a member of our YouTube channel. You get a lot of fun little things for that. You get to watch and see things and listen to things day before they go up.
There's also the PM striptease available only on the Patreon.
That's also true. We call that PM versus anime, but it's actually PM just very slowly taking his clothes off and crying.
Yeah, lasts about 2 hours.
Damn.
That
Damn,
wasn't
I'd
a
pay
good time.
$5 for that.
I'm sure a lot of people pay $5 for that, but if you cannot afford to financially support us, don't sweat it. Just leave a comment, give us 5 stars, give us a good rating, and remember that podcasts sink or swim based on word of mouth. So share the podcast around with anyone who you think would like it.
Yeah. Do you know anybody that hates daylight savings? Oh, everybody. Then share that share this podcast with them.
Share it with everyone you know.
Buy a bucket hat.
Buy some merch. Streamlabs.com/thecalamitycarl/merch.
Yep, you
That
got
seems
it.
legitimate.
Boating?
Boating!
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Get a bucket hat, get a shirt, get a keyring tag. Third option.
That was
There'll be more
already
stuff
3
at
options.
some point.
When I afford to pay people for art to put things up, we should get a party boat thing up.
Like a party boat episode or a party boat merch?
Well, I meant merch, but if you're gonna keep assaulting
All
Medi,
right, it's right.
What?
Okay.
That wasn't. I was
Jeez, I'll
asking.
throw one at your face right now.
look what you did, Nick.
How is this
I-
my fault?
Let me throw one at your face right now.
I love.
The door's
loved-
in the way.
I loved when the duck
don't know where that
game.
went.
I love when the duck game party boat finally came out. All the comments were just like, "It's real. The duck game is real. The meme is dead."
This is very funny.
Thank you
And
all
then
for
episode
listening.
2 got like no comments whatsoever.
It was
Well,
very
yeah.
sad.
No one cares.
That's why I keep going, guys. Please, please leave comments, please. I'm pretty sure that the second episode got like 100 views compared to the first one's 400, which was even funnier.
So what I'm hearing here is that I just have to keep not editing
No.
to drive up height.
No.
Please watch the party boats. They're fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun making them. Please watch them. I swear they're good.
Thank
One
you all
day
for
you'll see
listening.
Raft.
And we'll see you all on the Nautical Mile.
Toodles.
Medi, you fell down the well. Nick, get the rope.
Okay, the rope is gone. I used it for fun.
PM, we're gonna have to let your hair down. We're gonna have to use it like Rapunzel.
Please, for Medi.
Oh, I hope that picked up.
I heard it.
Oh, it hurts. Oh, it slapped. Oh, it slapped too hard.
Fucking episode.